Next on Watch the Damn Tape, we're going to get into Saturday night's action from the Unrivaled Basketball League. What it do, peeps? Welcome to Watch the Damn Tape. I'm the Beat Chef. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Come on in. Welcome. New subscribers, I appreciate you for joining. Hope you enjoy the show. Old subscribers, thank you for helping me build this platform and helping me make this content. I appreciate you guys. Let's get into Saturday night's action from Unrivaled. First, I gotta address one thing. The broadcast is a lot better when it's Brendan Glasheen and Sarah Kustok. It gets dummied down when it's Brendan and Lisa Leslie. With that being said, last night I forgot to tell you guys on the last show. Lisa Leslie tries too hard. Excuse me, way too hard. Lisa Leslie tries way too hard to pump up these players. Aaliyah Boston was simply dribbling the ball on the inbounds, and Lisa Leslie said she's been working on her handles. My God, you can't dress up a turd. And Lisa Leslie tries with every instance. But this game right here, this had a lot of WWE in it. And I mean a shit ton. A ton of WWE. It started off, Rose get out fast, score. It's like 12-2. Miss come back, refs get involved. Hit Rakia Jackson with a foul. Quick, bam. Rakia Jackson had 5 fouls and only played 6 minutes. And the thing about Rakia Jackson, she's athletic as hell, and she's getting guarded by Angel Reese. And the one thing about Angel Reese is athletic until she meets somebody that's athletic. And then they make her look awkward as hell. So with Rakia Jackson would torch Angel Reese in a one-on-one. That's the reason why Angel Reese didn't play in the 1v1. Because Angel Reese would have got exposed. See, that 1v1, I know Angel Reese has a lot of fans. Rightfully so. Popular player. In that 1v1, ain't no damn defending your ass getting smoked. And with that being said, it's like these damn refs, they had it for, Rakia Jackson, it was like it was either a block or something. Rakia Jackson was on the ground. She was just looking. I don't know what the hell she did. They never showed the replay, but she got teed up for a second time. And her ass went straight to the locker room. Now, they were already down. They didn't have Jewel Lloyd. She didn't play. Of course, Nalissa Smith hasn't ever played, seems like. So they had 5 players. So now, Rakia Jackson's leaving with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left in the quarter. And they got to fend with 4 players. This one was a trip. And right after that, Angel Reese, she got a foul that was kind of tick-tacky. And she got 2 early fouls. Two early fouls. And that first half was kind of back and forth. And it could have been anybody's game. The Miss get the win 71-62, but the refs in this game kept it entertaining. And I think that's what the overall thing is with this league. I think they are listening to social media. Excuse me. I think they are listening to YouTubers. And there's more eyes on the sport, and there's a lot of people that are being real honest about this league, and we're pointing out stuff. We pointed out the commentary early, and they got Lisa Leslie the hell out of there. And as soon as they did, even when they brought Lisa Leslie back, they brought her in stages. They'll move her to rotating into the studio, and then she was doing some behind the scenes work with Angel Reese and so on and so forth on footwork and stuff. And I haven't seen that pay off, but she was going over the top to brag on the league and all the amenities. She did it last night when she kept on going on and on about the league. She was even going into the sponsors, and then she could only think of one. She said ally and then she started naming other ones, the beer and all that. But this 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 game, if you ever wanted to see scripted outcome, it was definitely this one. The Mist only fouled 11 times. The Rose got 20 fouls called on them. Chelsea Gray, 13 to 24 for 38 points. She was the entire team. Angel Reese played 18 minutes, 4 of 10, only had 8 points. And those are, I call that a true 8 points, because she didn't hit a free throw, she didn't hit a three. Lexi Hull was 1 of 9, 13 points, 2 minutes. Terrible. They were talking about her defense. She had bagels in steals and blocks. Brittany Sykes, super efficient. 15 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 13. Ariel Atkins, she came in. She seemed like she kind of tweaked herself for a while. On one play. She only shot 2 times, had a bagel. They were missing Azura Stevens. They haven't said what's wrong with Azura. And Azura was the one that kind of had the balance and was starting to get more minutes. Kalia Copper didn't play. Kiki Jefferson, who I know can't be hurt, she didn't play. Breanna Stewart, 22 points. Vandersloot, 18, 7 of 14 shooting. Like I said, Rakia Jackson only played 6 minutes, had 3 points. Dejanay Carrington, for as much defense as Dejanay brings, and she brings a ton on defense, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, a block. Dejanay was everywhere tonight. Aaliyah Edwards finally got some playing time. Finally. 16 minutes, had 10 points. And it was Phil Handy. He basically doubled her production in minutes from the last 2 previous games. She had only been playing like 8 minutes. Man, the girl can hoop. She made it to the finals in the 1v1. I never understood it. Miss shot 43% from the field. And it's weird. The Rose shot 39%. And there's basically almost an even game of shooting. The Rose were 23 of 58 from the field. The Mist were 25 of 57. It was the 3-pointers. 4 of 11. They shot 36%. The Mist. The damn Rose, 3 of 16, 18%. Execution, like I said last night. Stop coming down on a break and firing up a damn 3. The last night's game with the Mist was probably their best offensive game as far as field goal percentage. But this game, I liked this game from them because they got down in that damn paint and started wearing the Rose's asses out, and I enjoyed it. Breanna Stewart, old whatever. And I know I get on these old players in this league's asses and the WNBA because I want them to retire. I want the young blood to come in. Breanna Stewart was wearing Angel Reese's ass out. Wearing her ass out. And it was one of those things where you could actually tell it. He was saying, get in the paint, get in the paint. All the second half, get in the paint. Phil Handy just kept telling him, get in the paint. Angel Reese couldn't handle Aaliyah Edwards. Then Angel Reese picked up her fourth foul in the third. And that was really, it's funny to say, Chelsea Gray was keeping the team afloat. She was pacing them in points. And even Phil Handy said, Chelsea's going to try to take the game over. So, guard at 3. And do this. And it worked to a T. Angel Reese went out, and Lexi Hull's ineffective. Ariel Atkins was ineffective. Brittany Sykes was she was okay, but she's better in transition, and they're running and gunning. And Brittany Sykes tonight, there were some plays in this game. I wish I could clip it, but I'm going to clip it when the season's over. The amount of blown layups in this game alone by both teams, but particularly the Rose. There was one stretch. Chelsea Gray, they were going from left to right. Chelsea Gray gets the ball, flips it down court over her head backwards. Perfect pass in the paint to Brittany Sykes, and nobody is in front of Brittany Sykes. Blows the layup. Second half, go another direction. Chelsea Gray feeds Brittany Sykes, layup. Blows the layup. Chelsea Gray fed Angel Reese in the first half a couple times. Blown layups. Angel Reese got her ball packed by Vandersloot. Vandersloot packed Angel Reese. I'm going to say that one more time. Courtney Vandersloot packed Angel Reese's shit under the goal. You should get your big man pass revoked for that shit. I get it. Y'all want Angel Reese to be an offensive star, and y'all want her to be equal to Caitlin Clark. Ain't no damn way. I'm sorry. Go watch this game. Just watch this game. There would be fast break opportunities. Angel Reese is coming down one-on-one. Lisa Leslie's talking all this shit about what she's done with Angel Reese and how she's improved and this and this and that. Angel Reese give that ball up so quick because she don't want to make a fool out of herself. Angel Reese does the same exact moves. She gets in that restricted paint, and she's going to get on the right side of the goal, use her right arm, right hand, and she's going to put it up. That's it. That's her going right. And then she'll shoot that ugly shot, that set jumper, and clank. She shot a 3 that was so off the mark. It wasn't even funny. But there was numerous times, and I've watched a couple games where Angel Reese is on the break and she gets that ball out of her hand and gets it to somebody on the 3-point line. But that was the Rose. The Rose had chances to get this game closer than what it was going into the third had they just executed. Chelsea Gray didn't have the chemistry that she had with her teammates tonight. Chelsea Gray was taking it upon herself to force the action because they didn't have it. They didn't have it. Lexi Hull, usually Lexi Hull gets some scrap plays, like some hustle plays. She's blowing point blanks consistently. There was no way in the world the Rose should have lost this game with a full house of players going against an undermanned team. Not playing situational basketball. Their coach, she need her butt fired too. You got a team that's down a person. If you don't put Angel Reese, and this is where Angel Reese shouldn't even been, she should have been in the paint dogging. This was a game where Angel Reese should have had 20 rebounds. Angel Reese had 10 rebounds. She should have had 30. They pumped Angel Reese tonight. Aaliyah Edwards outplayed Angel Reese tonight. Angel Reese was getting physical by Aaliyah Edwards and Carrington. It was a concerted effort. Like I said, Breonna Stewart was murdering Angel Reese off the dribble, post up, and Breonna Stewart, she played well. She missed a ton, and I mean a ton of point blank shots. Either little 3-4 foot jumpers, 5-foot jumpers, she'd miss. Point blank layups. Too much. She was expecting contact, and she was shooting stuff off the backboard so hard. The refs in this league are WWE, AEW. They kept the pace of flow in this game. Little runs would get minimized, fouls would get called. Even the breather fouls that they normally do in this league just to catch their breath. But this game was one of those ones you should watch. If you've never watched Unrivaled, watch this one. And you'll see the strange stuff happen in this game. Because even they were saying something in the broadcast about the foul calls. And there was a huge disparaging thing about the calls. But yeah, I don't blame Rickea Jackson. Rickea Jackson was super pissed. I mean, at certain points, I thought Angel Reese was going to get tossed out the game because she would. I mean, they overturned one call, and she was about to lose her wig then. But that was the first game. Let's get into that Lunar Owl game next. The Lunar Owls and the Vinyl, which was actually the first game on the slate on Saturday. The Lunar Owls get the win 78-72. And in this game, Brandon Sheenglass, he kind of predicted what was going to happen in the game I just reviewed with the Mist. He kind of said that the Mist were going to win and that they would move in to a virtual tie with the Vinyl for that fourth spot. And it actually happened. But in this game was a tale of two halves. The Vinyl, for whatever reason, the WWE factor came in, the self-destruction. There was a lot of things. Led 48-43 at halftime. Ryan Howard's cooking. I mean, actually, De'Arica Hamby is cooking. She's got 20 plus points at half. She ended up with 31 in 21 minutes. Ryan Howard, 18 points. Jordan Canada, 11 points. Aaliyah Boston, 7 minutes, 8 points. Ray Burrell, 9 minutes, had 4 points. Skylar Diggins-Smith led the way for the Lunar Owls, had 27. Alicia Gray had 17. Napisha Collier had 16. And Courtney Williams had 10. Shakira Austin came off the bench, had 9 minutes, had 8 points. They shot well from the field, the Lunar Owls. They shot 57.9%. The Vinyl didn't shoot bad either. It was 51%. Lunar Owls shot 20% from 3. Vinyl shot 35% from 3-point line, 7-20. They were 6 of 14 at the half and ended the game 7 of 20. But the thing about the Vinyl, one of the contributing factors in the Vinyl losing this game, free throw shooting. Shot 45%. Ryan Howard shot like crap from 3, and she took a lot of them. She shot 31% from 3 point line. Even if you took out the two that she did at the end of a quarter, she shields out in the 30s. De'Erica Hamby shot 33% from the free throw line. She was 2 of 6. Excuse me. And in this game, she had a great game, except for that free throw shoot. And it was clutch because you got to keep in mind, in Unrivaled, these free throws are like 2 points. So that was pretty much the game. They would have at the end of the third quarter, it was 67-64. The momentum swung. They got outscored in the third quarter 24-16. Got outscored in the fourth period 11-8. Got 8 up in the second half, 35 points to 24 points. Got destroyed. Just got obliterated in the second half. And it was a lot of miscues. And it was a lot of bad basketball. For them to have De'Erica Hamby and Aaliyah Boston. De'Erica Hamby's like 6'3". Aaliyah Boston's 6'5" and a wide load. Aaliyah Boston, there was times where Aaliyah Boston had Courtney Williams guarding her. Had tons of mismatches. Aaliyah Boston still trying to shoot that jumper like she did on Friday night. She hit that 17-footer over Stephanie Dawson. It was fine. It's a different matchup. The Lunar Owls are the smallest team in this league. Shakira Austin's their only true center because Cameron Brink is out with a knee injury. You had Napisha Collier playing center basically. She had 5 fouls. Second half, you're supposed to do like the mist, and that's where you kind of get the WWE aspect in. It's like what teams are supposed to do, they don't do. Their best player is in foul trouble, and you don't go at her. You're pulling up jumpers. They're pulling up threes. There was a stretch in the fourth. They tied it up. It was 70-70 at a point in this game. It was 70-70 at a certain point in the fourth. The Vinyl had made a comeback, tied it up, and you're like, yeah, here we go. And they went on a run. The Owls did. And hit a couple big shots. And I remember specifically, Ryan Howard came down. And there's nothing but space in front of her. And she don't take it to the rack. And she pulls up a 3 and misses. And I said, they're toast. And as soon as that rebound Alicia Gray just came down, got the foul, shot a free throw, game over. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Y'all had the size advantage. I mean, Aaliyah Boston, I can't give her much grief this game. She actually stood up with and used her frame to her advantage, and she actually got off the court when she jumped. She did a couple jump hooks over Shakira Austin, which was good to see because Shakira Austin and her can look eye to eye. So that was good to see her doing those moves. You'd like to see more of it when she's got a size mismatch. She should have obliterated Napisha Collier, and Napisha Collier was blocking. I mean, Napisha Collier had some blocks today that was like very disrespectful. Napisha Collier is a hell of a player, and when I say she does some disrespectful blocking, Napisha Collier will block your shit and look like, please don't ever do that weak shit again. And Napisha Collier is a master at throwing weak shit into the audience. But this game, that's what this game came down to. And with that, the standings are currently like this. So now, the two patriarchs of this league, Lapisha Collier and Breonna Stewart, are set. If it goes the way it goes right now, nothing changes. The Lunar Owls play the Mist in the first round of the playoffs. So it's UConn on UConn. It's founder versus founder. And you've actually allowed the vinyl, not the vinyl, but you've allowed the Rose. The Rose have Rose up in the standings, and now they've made the playoffs. So now the other person that they're trying to make the face of the WNBA, Angel Reese, she's in the playoffs compared to what they started. So it's going to be interesting in this league down the stretch, but I think it stays like this. And I think the more popular players who are on these teams will stand firm. Of course, we know the Lunar Owls because they pretty much got their number one seed locked up with that loss, the loss of the Mist got. When the Mist won that game, it helped the Lunar Owls. So the Lunar Owls can't. They could go on a losing streak and still have the number one seed right now by the time the playoffs start. This was an interesting. It was just an interesting game. It was interesting game. I mean, Lunar Owls shot like crap from three, but they didn't take that many. They took 10. It was a lot of fouls. This game went back to the way this league has been refereed. With the combined, it was like 30 fouls between these two teams. It was real sloppy. Pace of play got slowed down, turned into a meat grinder. But the Lunar Owls got the win. They move on. We'll see what goes down on Monday night. Let me know what you thought about the game. It's still WWE to me. It still seems kind of staged and rigged at certain points. The crowd. One thing, side note. I know they're doing product placement for like a Samsung phone, but you always see them show a person that has like a logo on the back of the phone in the crowd. And I know they have a huge social media marketing team. They do a lot of stuff for the Instagram and for all the accounts for each of the ball clubs. But for the number of people that are in the crowd with their cell phones recording, you never see none of this footage on social media. Never. It's just an observation. Never see it. This game, they had Michelle Wee at the game, and Michelle Wee was saying how loud the crowd was. And I looked at Michelle Wee and I was like, "Sweetheart, I understand you're an investor. Stop lying. This crowd is not deafening noise. Trust me. You can look at the body language of most of the people in the crowd, and they're not even really paying attention to the game. And that's why I'd say some of this stuff, even the crowd people, if you go look at the prices, I'd encourage you to go look at the prices. And every game is almost sold out except for a few key seats here and there. If Unrivaled can sell a seat from $175 to $1,500 for this arena, then every WNBA game should be sold out using this format. Every game should be completely sold out. And they should be able to charge an exorbitant amount for a WNBA game. That means every Caitlin Clark game, the minimum seat should be $2,000. Going by this model, if this is really true, I think these seats are giveaways. I think if you went and bought a seat, you were crazy and you got screwed. That's just my thoughts. But I encourage you to go look at the seat, the ticket buying, and go look at the seats. There won't be that many available, but the ones that are available are at a premium. At a premium. I've said that before. When the league started, I was looking at prices, and most of the games were sold out except for a few key seats. I just don't see. You're in Miami, Florida, and you're in Miami, Florida, and you're going to spend $1,000 to watch 2 basketball games, 3-on-3, and you're not engaged in the game. It it don't jive. And I know there's other channels that have spoke on this as well. It just don't jive. If I'm spending that amount of money, I've invested, I'm in that game, I'm screaming my freaking ass off. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think the audience is canned for the most part. And a few freebies given in. Those are my thoughts. I'd love to know yours. Leave your comments below. Until next time, folks. Peace.